not a time to panic.
We continue to work closely with all of our partners to ensure the safety and welfare of both our residents and our visitors.
Please understand, we are working very diligently at this time to make sure that you are provided all of the information as quickly as it's made available.
The Center for Disease Control has issued recommendations to the public to mitigate the spread of COVID-19, including canceling large gatherings exceeding 250 people.
This is a disease that we're asking you to use common sense and inform yourself.
At the end of the day, it is about the safety of our residents and the safety of our visitors.
Emergencies have a way of bringing us together and bringing out the best in people. They bring out duty, dedication, and professionalism. They bring out selflessness and humanity. They bring out creativity, innovation, and new ways of providing service and meeting the community's needs. And they bring out kindness and caring. This has never been truer than during Volusia County's response to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Quite frankly, we didn't know what to expect. None of us did. Back in March, when COVID-19 made its unwelcome arrival in Volusia County, it quickly became apparent that this was going to be unlike anything we had ever seen or experienced before. But it was just as apparent that our employees had the professionalism, the dedication, the talent, and the compassion to stand up and take charge, to lead. We were tested and we were ready. It hasn't been easy, and our community has endured a lot of shared adversity, sacrifice, and hardship. Since March, our residents, our business community, our healthcare workers and first responders, and our county and city governments, and our emergency management team have joined together in partnership and risen to meet the challenges in a way that I think has made us all proud. I know that I am. Volusia County is well on its way to being a better, healthier, and stronger community. This is our journey.
Closing county administrative buildings, shutting down libraries, playgrounds, campgrounds, and educational attractions, restricting driving on the beach to prevent crowds, these are really painful decisions. These were painful but necessary decisions in order to contain and control the spread of the virus, protect our citizens and visitors. Our focus has always been on the protection of our citizens and visitors and making this a safe community. We ramped up our Emergency Operations Center, activated emergency response plans, and initiated an unprecedented level of coordination with our health facilities and municipal, regional, state, and federal partners to plot out a strategy to combat this new threat. While government offices closed temporarily, I'm proud to say that our employees stepped up and found new and innovative ways to continue on with the business of serving the public without interruption. Our employees embody the spirit of service, and this new challenge required every ounce of their resourcefulness, imagination, and creativity, and in many instances meant a transition to virtual programs and services. For the time being, this was our new normal. This was our first step to the road of recovery.
Reopening was incredibly vital to our local residents and families, to our businesses, institutions of government, and houses of worship, to our economic well-being, and perhaps most importantly, to our community spirit. While we had to get this right, it wasn't as simple as flipping a switch, turning on the lights, and reopening the doors. With our county council leading the way, the reopening was thoughtful, measured, and strategic. It involved enhanced cleaning procedures and lots of safety retrofits. Things like sanitizing stations, new disinfecting air handlers, plexiglass partitions, and restroom door pullers. But most of all, it required a plan, what we call Relaunch Volusia. This is a highly detailed document the county developed that lays out mitigation strategies and reopening plans and action items for every one of our divisions. Then one by one, when the time was right, and with a lot of planning and coordination, administrative centers, libraries, beach vehicle ramps, and county-operated playgrounds and campsites opened back up. To be successful, the reopening required expanded COVID testing and a huge amount of communication with the public to let them know what to expect and what they could do to stay safe and help contain the virus. Testing sites were spun up around the county. Weekly news conferences and live panel discussions were initiated. And we partnered with agencies around the county to launch a Wash Up, Back Up, Mask Up public awareness campaign. After all, we're all in this together.
Thanks to the County Council's leadership, we've been able to put more than $8 million of coronavirus relief funds on the street and directly in the hands of our business community. For many small businesses, nonprofit agencies, and home-based businesses, the county's COVID-19 grant programs have been an absolute lifeline. In some cases, the difference between staying open and closing down temporarily.
The monies that we received from the county was greatly appreciated. It certainly helped us, and hopefully we'll get past this pandemic so that my international travelers, as well as my American travelers, can all come back to Volusia County and enjoy what we have to offer.
These are real people with real jobs that we've been able to help support and stabilize, not just with the business grants, but also with distribution of over $1 million worth of personal protection equipment that helps the businesses to stay open and ensure the safety of their customers.
I wouldn't say we're back to normal, but there's no doubt that the county's efforts have helped to put our community on a positive path forward. We see it every day in a return of our businesses, our government, our educational institutions, and in the durability of our families. To be sure, there are still plenty of struggles. For many, the county has been there to lend a needed hand up, with rent or mortgage assistance, with grants to support the work of our incredibly essential nonprofit agencies, including military organizations and houses of worship, and with food assistance for those who really need it. While the needs have been great, our resolve has been even greater. Resilience is no longer just a vague term or abstract concept. It represents hope and strength. It's a way of life and our roadmap to continued recovery.
As you can see, we've come a long way since March. COVID-19 has forced us to adapt, innovate, and find new ways, in many cases, better ways of doing business. Together, we will continue on a path to full recovery and new normal. I believe a better normal. The journey isn't over. None of us knows how long COVID will be around, but because of our dedicated, professional, and caring employees, Volusia County is positioned to continue meeting the challenges. Providing quality service, filling needs, and keeping our community safe.
Volusia proud, Volusia strong.